Starting it now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second race of the 2025B ARC Formula One season. We are here in Saudi Arabia at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. We're about 6 minutes into qualifying, and we are incredibly ready to get started in this event. There is going to be plenty of action. A bit small of a field this week, 16 drivers down from the 20, or 19, I should say, of last week. And we've now got drivers stopping to let others by here as Jackson Altman begins to start his lap here in a couple of corners' time. As of right now, we got Maxime Van Averbeek on the provisional pole position, a 126.285. That is about 1.6 seconds clear of P2 at the moment, but lots of times to come. And we will watch Jackson Altman here as he begins his flying lap. I'm here with Matthew Stotts, and we are ready to ride along with this one. How are you doing, Stotts?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited for a good race here. Street circuit, or yeah, is it street? No, I
Yeah,
don't
I'd
even
call
know.
this a street circuit.
I would think so. I mean, it's tight. I think that's what's really cool. It's gonna be not a lot of mistakes are needing to be made.
To expand a bit on that point about street circuit or not, this track, it's quite an interesting one, probably one of the most unique ones we go to all season. It's got a ton of corners, 27 to be exact, and has some purpose-built sections, but also some sections that run along public roads, such as the front stretch and whatnot. It's basically just purpose-built, though. Some other series have raced here, uh, Formula E, World Touring Cars, but we're here for Formula One tonight, and we are so incredibly ready to get started here. Jackson Altman putting together a pretty good lap here by the look of it. He's got to keep it within track limits, and just how hard is it to keep it in track limits at this track?
Difficult. I'd say very difficult, especially in these fast parts of the track where if you don't really nail it, you take the gamble of hoping it still sticks to stay on track, and then you can also play cautious. But you don't really have much wiggle room here, to push your car without making a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. Those fast left hand, right hand, or right hand, left hand switches, that's where you pick up time penalties at most tracks, as Jackson Altman went to P4 on the board there. Not the fastest lap ever, but I'm sure he'll be happy with a solid banker in it for this one. But yeah, very easy to pick up track limits here. Not the most difficult track to do it at, but you would imagine track limits will be a talking point in this event. Some really interesting parts of the circuit. We just saw Jackson Altman there, still riding along with him, go around the banked corner up the far right-hand side of the track. Some other interesting parts of the track as well that we will mention to you guys as it goes on, such as this run here in a couple of corners' time as we ride along with Oliver Knott, who's surely going to be pushing on a solid qualifying lap here. This part is separated by two waterways on either side, basically like a causeway. Quite an interesting circuit, and we don't see it a lot. Oh, Oliver
Ooh,
Knott's with a spin in the final corner.
he saved all that ERS up too for that last run there.
Yeah,
Those last two straights.
a little too ambitious on the power there, and that it's a shame because that would have been a P2 lap time easily.
Wonder if drug testing should be allowed. Dude, I'm just sorry. These are some cracking times. I'm saying. I mean, 26-2, and he's probably about to go faster here in the next 7 minutes. I mean, this is insane work from Maxim. This is incredible.
I wonder if we'll see Oliver James stick it on the front row again like last week, and if he can actually hang on to it this week after the equipment failure last week. That's an interesting point that I want to really see if he can manage to take advantage of that.
It was a wheel issue, right? Yeah. He had the
Yeah,
wheel disconnect last
wheel
week.
disconnection. Obviously, new game for everybody involved. But we're definitely getting the bugs ironed out here and there. A patch just came out not that long ago, and plenty to still go on here.
Oh, the Ferrari got up to P3.
Just turning up the engine audio a bit here. I know people love to hear the sound of these V6 turbo engines more than the
They're
sound of our
beautiful.
voices, to be fair.
Yeah, well, we have less beautiful voices. Or sound. Our voices are less beautiful compared to these engines. They're amazing.
Well, speak for yourself, but and we have one car headed into the pits here. Ransdal finishing up halfway through a lap here. I thought that was the final corner there. Should probably touch on some of these new faces here. We got Ransdal, who is in the Ferrari, and also this Liam, new in the lobby, also in the Ferrari this week, both reserving for that team. I'll get you a little bit more information here in one moment. Oliver Knott starting his second hot lap. We'll be riding along with him. You want to walk us through the lap, Stas?
Sure, let's get down into it, heading into turn one here. You want to, in my opinion, get a little bit of that red curve right there, or green, whatever you want to call it. Well, it had to overcorrect it right there a couple times, funny enough. And then this part right here, these lefts and rights, I mean, this is tricky and dangerous. I mean, if you overdrive one part of this, that whole section is really cooked. Got to look out for the curb right there on the outside to the left. Get on that curb, you get stuck. Looks great through the track limits, staying within the white lines, and off down into this little, don't know what to call this, just a fast left-hander, I'd say. And then, I mean, there's some tricky parts all over this track. You got to make sure you hit this right. Let's see if he does. Ooh, got a little bit of the wall there, actually, looked like. Yeah, so didn't perfect that at all, but that's okay. And then, you know, this is where you probably want to have your ERS saved. So you could burn it for this part, and then the you know, little quick left right here, and then get on the throttle, hit that ERS button, run down this straight, and then you got the final corner coming up. Probably would, I'd assume you'd send it pretty good here. Actually, not as much as I thought, but got as close as he could to the wall. This is going to be a tidy lap. I don't know how to... Oh, he's just going to bring it in. Well, that was a waste. That was indeed a waste. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't say much.
The lap. He didn't quite get there, but that lap turned out to be.
But you could see it though.
It turned out to be a 28.6. That it turned out to be, even with crossing into the pit, due to the nature where the start-finish line is here. Still counted. Put some P11 on the grid right now, but he'll still have to obviously improve on that if he wants a better starting position. And that was just him wagering his bets, obviously, on going faster. And you can't really afford to go another lap. You wouldn't have got another one at that point. So he's
Right.
he'll be in the pit, put on another set of tires, and hope he goes faster. Otherwise, it's going to be a move he doesn't want to would have wanted to go back on. The Ferrari drivers,
he's starting mid-pack.
Bit of info on them. Charlie Haler is the one in the first Ferrari, Ransdal, and Liam Hall, the second Ferrari, Liam 70.
Oh, that's a name I could easily say. Proud of that one. Should learn that one pretty fast. I mean, Ransdal is looking nice. I mean, that Ferrari putting it P3. That's you know, a good impression, right? I don't know if he's raced before. I can't recall. My memory pretty foggy. But I mean, either way, sitting in a really good spot if you ask me. Really good spot. Obviously, you got more drivers.
Yeah, both these drivers substituting for their full-time teammates. Both these drivers are reserves, full-timers. Jamie Cavanini not here. He had a race, not suspension, a qualifying ban this week, but we'll have to serve that next week, given that he hasn't shown up here. And also Adler Norris not here this week.
I'm really curious to see how bad the dirt. I know we know how bad the dirty is, right? We do, but like, I mean, at a track like this, like, I mean, are these drivers gonna be able to recognize that fast, like how bad it's gonna be? You know, I mean, because this is tight. This is a tight track, especially for the first sector.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It is definitely tough, a lot of dirty air here, but on the inverse of that, the dirty air can be interpreted as incredibly, incredibly useful here with 3 DRS zones, getting rid of some of that air resistance, and yeah, just generally going to be a welcome sight to see a car ahead of you to pick that DRS up off of. As we watch Maxime Van Averbeek here, we kind of have a feeling where this is going with the pace that Van Averbeek has been running so far. He seems to be on another new level this season already. Sean Rees retiring from the session here, unfortunately for him. But watching this McLaren get to work here around these S is already a beautiful sight here for the Belgian, who goes purple in Sector 1. How much faster can he go? You wouldn't imagine too much faster, but he finds a way.
If he gets to 25, that'll be that's nice. I mean, that'd be wow.
He's on
And
the
it's crazy because he looks like he's doing it in slow mo to me. It looks like it's not that fast. It's just,
Yeah,
I mean, his car control.
I was about to say, don't let how smooth this lap looks fool you. This guy is going fast.
Ooh.
And a massive hit, and the S is a commentator's curse. Oh my goodness, horrible for the Maxime Van Averbeek. But we will swap along to Oliver Knott now, who's going to be trying to get everything he can. He's about halfway through this lap. Time has ended, and he needs to get up into that second place position, or third. There's some big cushions there, but he'll be working hard, and he needs to just not overstep the bounds here like his competitor. He keeps it nice and tidy. Second part of this lap, now just 2 long straights, one curving, one a little more normal, and through this final
Notice
corner.
the battery there. Didn't have as much saved as some others. Should be a really good lap though. I mean, as long as he gets himself out the mid pack, right?
And it's a P2, 3/10 off the pole position.
Gosh, he gained over a second in that third sector. He must have really made a mistake on one of them laps.
Casper Solheim, he's made a bit of a mistake here. The lap is invalidated. The only other driver on a lap, Finn Baker, who comes across the line to not improve. And we'll just wait now for Casper Solheim to cross the finish line, get his lap completed, and that will be that.
Top 3 kind of looks the same as you'd expect, I'd say, wouldn't you?
I would say this is about what I was expecting for a but what I was expecting for a lineup for sure. I thought I'd see Jackson Altman up into the top 5, and I thought I'd see a little bit closer of a gap between the top 2 and the rest of the field as well. But man, top 2 on another level. Oliver James has nicely tucked himself into that little spot there. P3, he's got about 3/10 back to the next person. I mean, if qualifying was set on, or if the race was set by qualifying in its entirety, you'd say these top 3 are just going to drive her away from the field. But anything can happen here at this track, and it normally does.
Yeah.
So Stotts, I must ask you, we didn't do it last week.
The predictions, huh?
The predictions. We've been doing them for a full season now. We forgot to do them last week.
Oof.
But we need a dark horse, and we need a contender. And who we
dark
think is
horse? Well, I'll wait for the leaderboard to pop back up. For the dark horse, I'm gonna just get the obvious one out the way. I'm not gonna. It's criminal for me to choose against him, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna go Oliver Knott, bro. This brother is not gonna let a dude named Maxim trying to run the show like he did last year. He's here full time too. He's going to be putting up a bigger fight in my opinion. So I'm going to go with Oliver, not for my top tier pick. My dark horse. I can't see a leaderboard, but I'm just going to throw a name out there. Let's go with Joshua Bowditch. He had a very unfortunate AI issue under Star, which put him literally all the way back to last. So as long as he doesn't hit the pause button, I think he could possibly turn some heads.
And on the opposite side of things, I'm going to have to take Maxime for my contender. It would be wrong to bet against him. He's fast. And it just, with the pace he's shown this season, it would be absolutely insane to take an open goal like this and miss. But my dark horse is a little bit more out of the realm of normalcy.
This brother's digging down.
I have a dark horse and an honorable mention this week. I think the dark horse, I want to go with Liam Hall, and or sorry, not Liam Hall, Charlie, the other Ferrari, Ramsdale. I want to go with him.
The other Ferrari, gotcha.
I want to go with him, and the reason I want to go with him is because we have seen this season and last season combined, new drivers come in. We saw it with Tyler Fernandez, we saw it with Aaron Clark, we saw it with Oliver Knott, we saw it with Maxime Van Averbeek. It just continues to happen. You get a new guy here, they win. So that's my actual pick. But for an honorable mention, I want to give a shout out to the types of drivers tonight that have been known for the past seasons to just keep their wits about them and finish races in one piece. Those being the Sean Reeses of the world, the Ryan Messers of the world, the AJ Gonsalvezes of the world. I think those three drivers are going to be ones to watch here to get some big points off the backs of others' mistakes around this tricky track.
I respect, brother. I respect, I get that. I'm 100% behind that. I stand with the Ryan Messers, the Sean Reeses. I stand with them. I throw my fist up in the air. I salute them. Without them, I mean, they have battles. They can literally have battles in mid-pack when nothing's going on up front. And they have had in the past. So they help us keep the stream going. They help us keep the race alive when, the race for the lead is gone.
Yeah, and that has been known to happen with these guys up at the front now pulling up. Mm-hmm. These guys are aliens up here at the front. Maxime Van Averbeek, he's fast. Oliver Knott, he's fast. Oliver James, he's challenging. And these guys are going to be working very hard to...
I look out for the wheel spin here on the start. It's been a little crazy these past couple of days. I've watched some races. Just, see if it can get a little ugly with these mediums.
And here we go. We have... The lights are clicking on one by one. We're up to 5. And the lights are off. Maxime Van Averbeek looks to have gotten a good start. Camera angle needs to change. Maxime Van Averbeek, he has Oliver Knott up the inside. They're side by side through the first corner. It looks like they're going to be side by side on the exit. And Oliver Knott skates by around the outside, just putting the power down a little bit quicker than Maxime Van Averbeek. Now further back the pack, the Sauber of Casper Solarm is working on Oliver James. We have some yellow flags in the back of Ferrari. Liam Hall has hit the wall, lost a bit of his wing, and through turn 12 they are now cycling out into a single file line. We have Josh Bowditch now working down the inside of the Ferrari of Ransdal, not going to make a move this time.
Worked the note, top 8 on medium, so playing the same game it looks like.
Yep, as you just spoke that into existence, our higher strategy menu has popped up. These medium drivers are going to be looking for a pit stop around lap 11 to 13 for a hard tire and bringing it to the end. But there is a more aggressive window here to bring those medium tires further into the run and then take care of a soft tire at the end. And do not forget the risk of safety cars at this track. Speaking of close battling, Oliver Knott now side by side once more with Maxime Van Averbeek headed down into the final corner. Who will lead this first lap? Maxime Van Averbeek looking to get the nice crossover and the run down the front stretch. Looks like he's going to make the overtake stick on Oliver Knott, as these two will be battling like this down this entire front stretch and into turn 1. DRS will keep the drivers behind in play as well. Do not forget about that. Oliver James in third, only 6/10 back. If he can stick in the DRS, he can make himself a challenger in this 25-lap race. But, oh, we have a car! Wide, Oliver James off the track wide. He got on the curb, I watched him skateboard over it there, and he's falling back the pack now. This opens the window for Maxime Van Averbeek. That's a 1.5 second lead. If he can pull away, it may be his to lose already.
Oh, that Sauber. Wow, that Sauber got loose on exit. Almost actually spun it around there.
I heard the rear wheel on audio hit the wall. I'm sure others on stream, I turned the engine noise up so you guys could bask in the sounds of this race, but I did hear that rear wheel step out and hit the wall. Doesn't look like he has any lasting damage here, but all it takes is one mistake. Oliver Knott stepping out again. He's going to be slow down this straight and be vulnerable down here into this last corner to the Sauber. The DRS should help him.
He'll get the DRS, yeah. Yeah, should get it on the front stretch too, right? DRS is on the front stretch, so.
Yes.
Oh, look at that dive in right there. It's very important for him to get this time, right? I mean.
Yeah, he needs to get back there. He cannot be held up. And I think Oliver James will make use of this too, knowing full well that he'll be in the wheel tracks of somebody quicker than him who can potentially pull him to the leader.
Oliver Knott needs to not make the same mistake he did last lap, which was getting on that curb there and literally sending himself off the track.
And we'll ride along here through this corner. This curb right here, it can just get under the plank, and this one as well. That one, actually, the drivers are using as a bit of a stabilizer out of the corner, as the plank will just kind of rest on it. But that other one, you need to be able to turn into the next corner. So if you're running the ride height just a little low and you get stuck on the plank, you're just going to keep going straight like a skateboard on a rail.
Important to note here, not only has Oliver Knott started eating a little bit into the lead, but they almost, and I mean almost, dropped Oliver James.
Yeah, he's already out of that DRS zone to Oliver James. Oliver James now burning a bit of ERS to try and catch back up to that car ahead of him, but you'd imagine it's not going to be too long before he's dropped out completely. Yeah, back up to 1.8. I would say I think Oliver James running just a tad higher downforce on the rear wing than Maxime Van Averbeek, because I'm watching Van Averbeek pull the gaps down the straights every time, but through that S's section, we're watching him gain about 0.4 and then just go right back to where he was. Hard on the power there. Same with Oliver James. All these drivers out of that first corner, hard on the power. And we have a Sector 1 yellow. It's a McLaren. It's Ryan Messer.
It was actually the the V-carb too. The V-carb actually spun. That was Josh.
So the V-carb missing a big piece of wing. The CL7 racing driver is going to have to either nurse that for quite a while or bring it into the pits this time, stick on a hard tire and try to go to the end here and then hope for a safety car. But and he's in the wall as well. Not a good race here for Josh Bowditch, but still the only one on his team who can bring home points due to their other driver not being here. He trundles along. And still dropping positions, Josh Bowditch just trying to make it home. Nearly into the wall that time. And up front, the gap back down to 1.5 this time. That's 0.3 improvement from Oliver Knott at the line this time 2 more laps, and you'd imagine he's going to be back in fighting distance, but he's got to make those medium tires last, and he needs to not make any mistakes. We've seen a fair share of them in the last couple of races for this driver. But for all his
another
mistakes,
person in the pits.
for all his mistakes, one thing you cannot take away from Oliver Knott is that he is rapid and he is pushing.
Ooh, but he went off right there. Had to give up time. I don't know if he's gotten a warning for that yet or not.
I would imagine you would.
Oh, he's got 2.
Yeah,
he has 2 warnings right now.
And he's pushing so hard. The car stepped out there. He lost about 1/10 of a second.
Maxime also has a warning, so obviously it's just 1 warning, so nothing to be too worried about. But once you pick up that second warning, you are playing a dangerous game at that point.
And this track really is just a ribbon of keeping your car between the lines, so this early into the race, you'd imagine it's going to be very, very difficult to not come away with a track limits penalty by the end.
Oliver Knott's car just scares me. It just seems a bit unsteady in my opinion, or at least from what I've seen and watched.
He is pushing
Maybe I'm
so hard.
Watching
though.
that weirdly.
No, I don't think you are. I think we are. I think we're witnessing somebody on the ragged edge trying to make up for an earlier mistake that he feels disappointed in himself about, but he will.
Got a
try
train
and
for
make that
3rd
up.
right here. Oh no! Oh, James gets spun out trying to block.
What has happened there?
Oh man, he tried to throw a block on the Sauber. I think the Sauber had a chance to go even further to the inside, but he ran right into Oliver James. That's gonna be a penalty on one of the 2. Oh, Oliver not picked up a time penalty.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that was as this was happening, we nearly saw Oliver James stick it in the fence with the tires now having dirt on them. What a disappointing start to the season for Oliver James there. He still has a chance. He's in the points. He's got a lot of race left, and we know the safety car risk around this track. No one will. Oh, and my goodness, he is just on the edge.
That's a frustrated turn right there. He's pretty frustrated. Has a right to be. Think the kick Sauber could have done a better job of passing, in my opinion. I think he had more room to work with to the left.
We have a sector 1 yellow still. I think this one is Josh Bowditch had just spun in that sector. Yes, he did.
No, I think I'm not gonna pick him ever again. I don't think I need to pick ever again. I seem to not be bringing the greatest luck to these guys.
Yeah, your 2 drivers are the only one with a penalty and the only one who's had to pit for wing. We have 2 Alpines now. There's something going on in this final corner here between these 2 drivers. I believe Jackson Altman had a half spin. I think Altman had
I was going to say, lost a lot of time.
Yeah, it looked like he half spun under braking based on what I saw on the map, but
got the kick in the pits. Oh, I was almost in bar.
Not quite.
Not quite. I mean, it was close, you know. Maybe put a little bit of an accent on it, you know.
You'll have
to out some letters.
You'll have to workshop that one, I think.
So this kick is actually, well, the Ferrari passed the kick driver, so this is important. I mean, he's already sitting in a podium spot, but if he pushes enough, he could possibly get to 2nd place. And Oliver Knott has already gotten a 3 second, 7 laps in. Who says he doesn't get another 3 second? I mean, let's be real here.
I would hope he says it, but he doesn't seem to be trying to say it so much. He's still on the ragged edge. He's back up to 0.4 of a second behind Maxime Van Averbeek. He is right there. And so now what he's got to hope for is he's got to hope Maxime either makes a mistake or picks up a time penalty.
I wonder if Maxime realized his penalty and maybe took a little bit of the, took it easy there, I mean, because all he has to do if he gets past is just kind of ride with them, right? Just get DRS off of him, if he gets past.
At this level, these 2 in the front, do you think they're ever taking it easy?
You're right. You got a good point. There is no such thing as taking it easy. Yeah. They are quite literally pushing it every single corner. They could be pushing it as hard as they could on a straightaway for all we're talking. Oh, Oliver Knott.
That dirty air is something else through those S's, as we spoke about earlier. I have to wonder
Sold tires.
if some type of that bit of a step out is what caused that in the first place for him to get onto that skateboard style curb earlier in the race. Driver the number 2
You may
here
be
on the
right.
absolute limit. And we have Josh Bowditch retiring in the pits. Front wing damage and a disappointing end to his race. 8 laps in. Now only one chicane to go on this track for this lap, and then it puts Oliver Knott into really good position for overtaking, but can he avoid track limits penalties? He falls behind. He's on the limit every single time, but he's still in that DRS. He'll catch back up to Maxime and then try and get him down into turn 1, but will he be close enough?
It's almost like you want to have a bit of a gap, you know what I'm saying? God, he sent it right there. Did you see that? Oh my goodness.
I was riding along with him. You could see the skew.
Oh, he's pitting.
Oh, he's pitting. Let's hope no mistakes. Good entry, hard into the pit lane, and really not leaving a lot of margin for his teammate, or not teammate, for his competitors to make up any time on the entry. These golf helmeted Williams drivers now holding Maxime. Okay, my bad. Not holding Maxime. That was still the same glitch as F124 for us spectators.
Yeah, we saw it, yeah. Man. So I guess the move now for Oliver Knott is obviously he's going to jump Maxime. He might try and use the good old dirty air to possibly help, you know, give Maxime some trouble, but I think Maxime is going to be quite aware that being too close behind somebody is not necessarily what you want, especially going through some very fast sections.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's the sections on this track is putting it lightly fast. So everywhere on this track is fast. There's nowhere that's slow around this entire track. Even, well, turn 1, I guess you could say slow.
Oh, Oliver
James?
Oliver
James. What has happened to Oliver James? He has spun. We have
he lost it.
Full course yellow. Is that a safety car or VSC?
That's a safety car. The safety car is right there in turn 1 or turn 2. That is a safety car. Oh, that's terrible for. Oh, that's terrible for Oliver Knott.
It is. It's given everybody ahead of him a free stop, unfortunately, but he can head just past everybody now in the... Well, is it terrible for him?
Oh, wait a minute. I might get first. Wait.
He's passed every single car?
Yeah, that's gonna work out good.
Did he not have a delta?
Well, he was right there. I mean, he was not far from the line at all.
Did something happen to Maxime? I'm so confused. Maxime came out just ahead of the Ferrari. That gap was bigger than that.
Uh-huh.
And what has happened to Oliver James in this?
I was watching what happened. I think he just stepped out. I think the car just stepped out on him. I'm rewatching it now. With it looked like he just got loose. I mean, it's part of that section. And he retired from the session.
Yeah, he took a time penalty for speeding as he went into the pits that time, and now he's retired. That's going to be another tough race for him. His second retirement in 2 races this season.
I'm sure he didn't mean to wreck, but it just doesn't look good, in my opinion. Like, if you want to be completely honest. But then again, these cars are funky. Funky as in, like, you know, the handling. It's not is what it's always been, you know. It just didn't look like it stepped out like that, in my opinion. But I'm gonna say it stepped out for the sake of I could be wrong. Yeah, it looked like it actually might have. Either way, that is yeah, that's crazy. Well, I mean, Oliver Knott does get the lead. And this safety car, it's gonna help him with his tires because he did pit a lap earlier, And I don't know what what they're looking at with their tire wear and all that, but
we have word now that Maxime had wing damage. That's what stopped him from keeping the
oh,
lead during that pit cycle. So, did that happen on the lap before? We don't know. We don't know if that happened into the pit lap right before the safety car, or if he was nursing that the entire time. Jackson Altman update, he got hit by somebody, which is what caused that half spin in the final corner. And Casper Solarm is not taking responsibility in entirety for the front stretch incident. He is saying that he believes Oliver James moved too late for the defense. So, just some updates from the drivers here.
interesting. That's interesting. I'll say that it's an interesting take.
We didn't catch that in fullness on the stream end of things, but I'm sure we can catch that in the Discord server post-race in the stewarding room. Now, with that said, if you're somebody who likes the drama, you live for the drama, and you don't get enough of it on social media or by listening to the news, you can also join our server and check out first-hand clips of the stewarding room.
It gets juicy, guys. It really gets juicy.
Driver rivalries, for sure. Ryan Messer repaired some damage. These cars absolutely throwing up a heat wave in the background of these engines. I don't know how it looks on PlayStation for you, Stutz, but...
Nothing.
Maybe this is a PC issue, but it just seemed to be throwing up absolute heat waves in the background off the engine covers to the point where they're like flashing in and out of existence.
Oh yeah, it's not happening for me. Yeah, it's not happening for me.
Maybe I need to do a graphics update. We shall see.
Over here on PlayStation, things look, they look right. I don't even know if I used that term correctly, but I'm gonna pretend I did.
We shall see. I'm adjusting some things with the stream window here, just so that people can get maybe a bit better of a view. I think I may have accidentally windowed it in a bad way this go around, making it a little more difficult for people to see things. You know, we're about halfway through this race, and it's like a whole new race has started. Oliver James out of the session. Wait for that Ferrari Liam Hall to catch up here.
We should be going this time, right? I think we should.
I do not think there is a way in which we do not go this time.
Gotta tell you, I do love a good summer storm. Summer storm, goodness.
A good summer
Couldn't
storm.
get my word out there. Oh man, the cameras are rolling. That's a good thing. Man, it's such a good thing cameras are on.
Some big summer storms happening in Saudi Arabia.
You know what? I'm gonna let off-camera me. I'm gonna let off-camera me work with that later. On-camera me, you're so funny. You're a funny guy.
You're about this close to a good Mike Tyson impression.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Thank you very much. I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
You still got some workshopping, as I said before, though.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway. Safety car ethics out of the way. The drivers getting their positioning right here to try and take advantage of each other. Headed through this final corner. Williams gonna arc it through the final corner on the throttle and brakes a little. He's not gonna go this time. Interesting. And there he goes. He's on the throttle. Caught me out as the commentator. He's surely got a bit of a gap here to Maxime Van Averbeek down into turn 1. The Sauber takes advantage of the Ferrari for P3 well clear into turn 1. And
he timed that beautifully.
Beautiful move from Casper already to keep that spot. Now, what Oliver Knott needs is to not make any more mistakes and to not pick up any more time penalties, because that will be a bad way to lose this race for him. He's already got a sizable gap through this first portion of the track. As I say that, he got a little loose on the corner exit there and gave all his gap up. And now Maxime Van Averbeek working on the outside, then the inside of the Williams driver.
Oh, it's going to get tight. Do they give?
Maxime Van Averbeek, he thinks better, keeping his nose in there. I think there's a bit of contact on the crossover there, but no harm, no foul. They're side by side, or I thought they were about to be side by side again there, but not quite yet. Maxime Van Averbeek
take the
now
inside.
Looking at it, taking the inside through this fast chicane. Still side by side.
Wow.
Ferrari goes wide as their contact. He rejoins. He's in the clear, not getting into any drama on the exit there. These top 6 are close together. The FR Racing Red Bull getting involved. That's
look at Allman going for 3rd.
And Jackson Altman now making some moves to make his way back up the pack here. These top 2 still side by side. Maxime Van Averbeek.
Surely he's not going to go 3.
No, Casper thinks better of it, but that would have been the time for sure.
Oliver Knott!
Slight contact, Oliver Knott a little sideways, but keeps the position. And this DRS, it's going to keep this fight rolling.
Oh, Maxime hit the ball!
Maxime hit
he tagged the ball!
Does
he tagged
damage?
it! I don't know, but he tagged it. He looks okay, but he tagged it. He might have gotten lucky and gotten away with it, but he tagged it on entry.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any damage this time, but he certainly lost some time.
They need to fix this glitch with the caution, man. It keeps throwing me off.
Yeah, it's like that all last season too. I kept having to tell people, be aware of that caution flag. It's not right. We might get to the point where we have to display like a manual caution thing over the top of the thing. That would be annoying.
It would. Oh man, gosh, Oliver Knott just driving scares me. I mean, he's leading, but gosh, it scares me watching it from Maxime's view.
Here's something scary from Oliver's view. Maxime just went purple in that second sector. Definitely no damage on board him. DRS games here? Perhaps so. Oh, the end. Sorry, I forgot that they moved the detection point there. My bad. The DRS will go to Maxime this time. And what
this
a
is
lap
important for Oliver.
30.8 already.
Oh. Oh, what the heck? What was? Is that a glitch? What, are you on board with Ryan Messer?
I'm not.
What the? Okay, it's just a glitch. Wow.
He appears. Oh.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. You see what I'm seeing? I don't know what's going on.
Potentially not seeing MCOS on his screen.
I think that could be the case. I think they might just not be able to see each other.
Interesting. Or perhaps they're ghosted for one another.
And they just want to run through each other. Pause.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on that one. We'll keep an eye on that.
I don't know. Ryan's been lagging a little bit. He has been lagging. I don't know if the lag is just really playing a part.
Down into the final corner once more. Maxime Van Averbeek leading Oliver Knott. Oliver Knott a little sideways there, but the DRS will open here. Casper's actually hanging tight with these top 2. Casper, we know him to be quick. He's won an ARC Formula 1 race before. It's been about 3 seasons ago at this point, F123. In the old Alfa Romeo, but he's quick. And we might be seeing a bit of a return to the top here.
I think Ryan Messer is truthfully ghosted for everybody. I just saw him drive through Jackson. That's interesting.
Did it slow Jackson down at all?
Didn't look like it. I mean, it might have thrown Oh, Jackson Altman, good save. It didn't look like it, but I'm sure Jackson was thrown off by it. I would be thrown off if I had a ghosted car going through me.
It's possible Ryan's
Cole Casper had
people and
a 3 second?
I'm thinking Ryan's seeing everybody and they're all ghosted for him, hence why he's still driving on the line. And nobody else sees Ryan at all. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. Yeah, Casper picked up 3 seconds as we were talking about Ryan there.
And he's gonna fall out of the DRS right here. That's unfortunate. He was putting up a good fight trying to stay in it. I'll give him that.
You never know what could happen. I mean, Ryan Messer here, still taking a look at how close he's getting to other cars. Jackson Altman now working on the back of Ryan Messer. Ryan Messer, yeah, it's got to be lag.
Oh,
Definitely lag spikes happening here. It's not affecting the other
sure
cars.
that's gonna be addressed. Oh, is it not?
No.
Oh, well, that Ferrari just lost his. Yeah, that Ferrari just lost part of his end plate right there, or his full end plate.
Had nothing to do with Ryan Messer though. He just hit the wall on the turn-in. Bit of a bad break there for the new driver in the Ferrari.
Allman continuously runs wide in that section. That's the second time I've seen him do it. So for all or not, you would think you'd want to try to get Maxim in a position to where you pressure him into a penalty. It's Maxim, so it's going to be very difficult to do so, but I mean, it's worth a shot. You never know. He just has to get, at least, I would say, at least be in front of him.
Yeah, I would say you gotta
try to get that dirty air.
You gotta put him into a spot where you're pressuring him into defensive moves. That way, he's on an unfamiliar line and potentially misses braking points, etc. But
yeah,
not exactly an easy code to crack for sure.
Like, this is just insane.
We have a sector 3
for
the first time.
Oh, Jackson Holman in the wall. He's going to have to pay here. He's taking off his front wing. Him and the Red Bull again got together. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Or was it the Ferrari? No, I'm sorry. I think it was the Ferrari. It was him and the Ferrari that got together.
Altman has quit this race, and so that makes 2 ECR Alpines out of this race, and a tough start to the season for these two.
You know, it's crazy. If I didn't pick Josh, I was going to pick Jackson. Goodness.
This duo is having not a good go here.
3 second for Ransdell. Got a safety
and
car?
A safety car.
Yeah. Who is wrecked? Who? Possibly for the Ferraris in the pitch change. Could he have been the cause? Is Mercedes missing a wing? No, Mercedes is fine.
Sanity's got a drive-through for speeding under safety car. He just stopped to avoid that penalty and just didn't quite get his load up in time.
Well, Ryan Messer's in a great spot. Him and that Red Bull are in a great spot with no penalties. Obviously, not fighting for the win, but I mean, you're looking at a podium. You're looking at a podium. And you mentioned it earlier in the race with Ryan Messer.
I think the Sauber was the reason for the safety car. He's missing a big chunk of wing. I did have it on the screen, so maybe somebody can verify that for me if that was the reason for the safety car. I was preoccupied by my cat, which just decided to scratch me. So.
Okay, yeah, so Altman is talking about the lag, I'm assuming, of Ryan Messer. I think that did cause what happened, in my opinion, from what I was watching. I can send it if it isn't sent, but I do assume it will be sent into the penalties chat.
Yeah, that's tough. The Ferrari of Ransdell has retired as well. From P6. P5, actually. interesting. Billy Targett into the top 8. How about that? Can he get some points today?
Well, I think he can. I really do. I think he has a really good chance. Just
Too,
do what he's been doing, which is keeping his nose clean.
Considering that Mercedes has been gone all session, Dylan Boston's just retired. He's only got, well, I mean, actually, now that Boston's retired, Billy is in the points because Ollie cannot score any points. He's been gone for too long in this race. So congrats to Billy Targett. He scored his first points of the season. How many he comes out with, we don't know yet, but he's well into the points here. And good for him. AJ Gonçalves is going to be looking for his first points of the season. Sean Reese, I believe. Amcaz. I mean, yeah, some big changes in the standings this week, I would say.
Yeah. Also, apologies for the background. I have 2 dogs who are barking tremendously loud. I wish I could do something about it, but I cannot. But yeah, this is I'd say we go green lap 21, maybe. It should be lap 21 actually. What are they on, softs? They all go softs here?
Yep, they're all...
Oh, mediums.
Some are on softs. Sorry, I thought I was looking at the leader. I was looking at the Red Bull in the back.
No, you're fine. I like the gamble from the back, the back markers. Going for the softs. Do what you can, make up some ground. We've seen on the safety car restarts, not afraid to go side by side in some dangerous areas, so it could cause a problem and give them more points.
I specifically like the gamble from the 2 Aston Martins. I think that they need to do the gamble, so I like it. And these are drivers who are known to pick up big points off the mistakes of others. As I've said before, you have your Ryan Messers, your Sean Reeses, your AJ Gonçalves, these 3, and even Billy Targett right now in 11th. He's or in 9th, sorry. He's going to be looking for some big points off the mistakes of others as well. We already have 5 DNFs around this track, all damage related, and 1 car that's been gone for the bulk of the season, or bulk of the session, sorry. So
yeah, it'd be crazy for the season.
Yeah, the bulk of the season, 2 races in.
This would be Billy's first F1 points, am I right? AF1 points? I think it would, right?
No,
I don't recall him
been
getting
an AF1 driver before in past seasons, but it's been about 3
Yeah, he's on status.
seasons.
He is on status.
Yeah, I was say it's been about 3-4 seasons since he competed, so it's been a while.
Used to be in the commentary box. He did. I loved watching him and Alex do it. I loved him a lot. I hope Alex is doing good.
We do have word that Ryan Messer is affecting the drivers around him. And that contact that you see between those drivers where the other drivers are getting knocked around on our screens is legitimate contact. But Ryan Messer's seeing everybody as ghosted. So he's driving through them and is inadvertently knocking the other cars off of the track. Now, how the stewards view this could be interesting, because on one hand, the stewards may choose to DQ him for, issues with safety of the other drivers.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the stewards may view it as not his fault and a bit of force majeure in the sense that it's a new game.
He's second now. This brother just got second.
It's hard to say.
Oh my gosh, he's gonna get second out of this. He needs to go. Don't. You're just gonna let Max get away with this. What are you gonna do? Listen, I get the lag and all that, but gosh, don't give it up, man.
I don't think Ryan sees anyone here.
Oh my gosh, I think it's gonna be I have a bad feeling these guys are probably gonna get
Penalties, yeah.
Get something for that, maybe.
Hopefully not.
Well, I mean, they just race it out at this point. It's not really gonna pit again, no.
Yeah,
obviously they'll get fixed if it happens.
Issue, kind of the same situation as a driver with a piece of wing hanging off, and you never know when it's going to drop. That type of a situation is what we're dealing with.
We needs to be careful. Sorry, I was worried he was close to maximum. I was really worried he was going to make that same mistake he made on, what, lap 2, lap 3?
Yeah, there was certainly some potential there for some really, really big problems there at the end. And we have these drivers are getting so close to the wall, just giving it their absolute everything. The Vision 47 driver Oliver Knott now trying to catch that Nuclear Fusion Racing McLaren, and the Sauber also not one to forget. Being the Asphalt Racing team, or sorry, not Asphalt Racing team, Casper's not for that.
That's another 3 seconds. That's going to put him not just outside of the podium, which was going to happen, but this is going to knock him possibly all the way down to 10th. Oh, he hit the wall right there.
Oliver Knott, are we talking about?
No, Casper, he picked up another 3 seconds. That's 6.
I didn't think that was Oliver Knott. Oliver Knott now going for fastest lap. And he set at a 29.6 on that medium tire. He is on the absolute ragged edge here, right up to the bumper of the car ahead, tapping the wall in pretty much every single corner. Only 3-4 laps to go here. Not a whole lot of chances left for Oliver Knott to make this move. Little adjustment on the steering there for Oliver Knott that time. Gap headed up now, 7 flat now. And the gap will shrink this time, headed down this straight into the final corner. Gap down to 6/10. He's just so confident on the brakes, Oliver Knott, but Maxime just braking a little earlier and getting that run out of every corner. It's really affecting Oliver Knott's run down every straight. 28.7 now for the leader.
I mean, Oliver Knott, he's running out of opportunities of Maxime picking up a warning and another one. Oh, he's so loose. Goodness. So out of shape. I credit him for being able to drive this thing. Oh, hit the wall a little bit.
There, Oliver Knott.
Oh, Casper is flirting with 9 seconds. That's another warning. Yeah, one more and he gets 9. That would definitely put him back there in 10th.
Really going for it here.
Gotta love the fight, though. I mean, even with the 3 second, you still don't quit, right? You never give up. Anything can happen, and you gotta always, have that mindset. Oh, Maxime went a little.
Maxime almost
right
picked
there.
up a time penalty there. So, as you said, anything can happen.
He picked up a warning for that too. So he did. He got a warning. If I'm Oliver Knott, you gotta think that's a warning he picked up right there. You gotta think it. Get this DRS from him. And what you need to do is try and give all the dirty air you can to this man.
Yeah,
oh gosh, he's
not one to feel the pressure, but you can see it.
Oh!
Was that a bit of end plate, the turning vane? Or was that just a piece of carbon rendered from the game here?
It might have been a piece of carbon rendered, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that was...
Oh, Billy, no. 3 second. Kessler also picked up another 3 second. That's 9 he's looking at. Oh, Oliver. Goodness. Well, I mean, Maxime knows not to push, right? Don't do anything, just let this man kind of have a little bit of a drive,
And the safety car icon has finally gone away.
Wow, it took it long enough, huh?
Yep, they finally discovered there is no safety car.
Applaud the stewards and the F1 officials down there for recognizing that fine.
Yeah, the virtual steward's doing a great job here, as is Maxime Van Averbeek. Not ironically.
Oh man.
He is pushing here to get back in this DRS. He is running lower downforce. That much we have information on. We have 8 and 13 for Oliver Knott versus 8 and 3 for Maxime Van Averbeek. So big gaps in rear wing.
Oh, look at him run on tight right there.
Side by side again. Will he switch back to the inside and go for the dive? He's not going to go for the dive. He knows there's 2 more DRS zones and lots of potential mistakes here.
Ryan Messer went up to third. Don't know how he did it, truthfully.
Yeah, hopefully not by sticking the Sauber in the wall accidentally. Yeah, 1 lap to go for Maxime Van Averbeek to absolutely extend his points lead all the way up to 50 points. Will he make a mistake and hand this victory to Oliver Knott? It is a possibility, but even then, Oliver Knott would have to get by him on the track. He's sideways in the corners. He knows he's only got a couple more opportunities. DRS detection point here. Now he'll be on the power. We have a caution in sector 1. The Red Bull Billy Tardy
it's Billy.
has spun. It'll only be 1 point for him today. And here comes Oliver Knott, right up to the back of the McLaren.
Oh.
He's off the track. No time penalty for him. He had to give the time up, though. Will he be able to keep the DRS headed down into this final corner open and take advantage? With a late move, he makes the move, but there's nowhere for Maxime Van Averbeek to get a corner cut penalty at this point. Maxime Van Averbeek, he's got the gap. The checkered flag is out. He crosses the line, and it's going to be another victory for the Belgian driver. Ryan Messer now into P3, and yeah. What an ending here, a parking lot on the front stretch.
Oh my goodness. The Ferrari straight killed him.
Yeah. Well, what do you have to say about that for a finish?
It was interesting. It was great. I liked it, Oliver, stayed through with it, gave Maxim his everything, hoping he would pick up a time penalty, and he was close. He was close. He needed one more slip up from Maxim and probably a better last lap, and that all could have gone, his way.
Yeah, the pressure was
but still a good finish.
On. Pressure was on, but it's hard to make Maxime Van Averbeek falter at the pressure, for sure. We've seen it week in and week out. He is dominant. And the McLaren crew will celebrate with a double podium. Obviously, stewards will be looking at the Ryan Messer situation. But Maxime Van Averbeek never in doubt. He is your victor from the 2025 B Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And what a victory it was from Maxime Van Averbeek, holding off Oliver Knott. And as we head down the order here, we will see Ryan Messer P3, Amcaz P4, Casper in P5, Finn Baker P6, newcomer Liam Hall in P7, AJ Gonçalves P8, Sean Rees in P9, and your final points finisher Billy Target in P10. All those drivers, points on the season, and definitely a great race to watch. I loved every second of it. Stats as well, and we will obviously be calling this one here. What a race, what a race. Make sure to check out our sponsors as we move away from talking about this race and toward our sponsorships. Check out divebomb.com, dive-bomb.com for motorsports news and opinion pieces, and you will love their website, I promise you. Follow them on social media as well for breaking motorsports news in your feeds. Go to simleaguepro.com if you're interested in running a racing league easily. Their drag and drop functionality makes it so easy to calculate points. You can be a league owner in seconds. And shout out to the Racing Rats for making our Arc Assetto Corsa mods. You can see those in action tomorrow for the Coupe de Spa in the Arc World Sports Car Championship. Aside from that, we will see you guys in a couple of weeks for the next one. Have a good night, everybody, and